Hi, my name is Kim Emanuel. I'm the founder and formulator of Luminous Skincare. Most of you already know me. Many of you have spoken with me either email or the telephone. What we're here about is not about luminance though. We're here to introduce a new line, an anti-aging line, and it's in response to questions from all of you and many other customers over the last several years, from my wife, from Elena, from the people I work with, and in the questionnaire that 700 of you responded to. And the question is, can we make an anti-aging skincare line leveraging modern chemistry and science that's not toxic? And the answer is, you bet we can, and I've done it. And that's what these videos are about. We want to just discuss the anti-aging world for a little bit, and then we'll go into the subsequent videos and talk about what I'm calling the bioactive technology, STEN. Stick with me here, it's going somewhere. And by the way, because I'm not the best speaker in the world, every now and then you'll see me look down like this. It's because I'm checking my outline to make sure that I don't leave anything out. So just stick with me. I spent a significant part of my life as an electrical engineer. And as such, there's nothing I like better than a good challenge, and a good challenge with a tough to get at solution. And that's what anti-aging has been. There are several approaches to it: antioxidants, exfoliation, hydration, moisturization schemes, and there's downsides to almost all of them. My research comes from journaled white papers. I prefer these over the papers generated by large cosmetic companies. The industrial commercial papers tend to always agree with themselves. They always leave out the downside, and they seem to be willing to introduce ingredients that, yes, they work as an anti-aging ingredient, but they're also toxic as heck. I prefer the journaled white papers from research institutions, from medical schools. My favorite, I love Stanford. I love Stanford Stacks. I'm really fond of University of San Francisco. San Francisco State University is a favorite of mine, and Santa Clara University. It's just a wonderful way to get knowledge, and this is what I've leveraged in my research to develop the anti-aging line, the bioactive anti-aging line using peptides. What I've learned is extremely exciting, and I just can't find a downside to it. But first, before we go into peptides, let's talk about exfoliation as an anti-aging technique. Exfoliation works. It takes off the top 2 layers of your skin, exposing more youthful skin underneath. You get a nice glow, and everything is happy for a couple of days. The problem is, it's not permanent. And the upper 2 layers of your skin, your epidermis, is what gives you your natural protection against UV radiation. So you become more sensitive to UV radiation. Also, when you take off the top layers of your skin, the hydration, the water in your skin, will evaporate off faster. Now, does it make more collagen? Yes, temporarily, as a defensive technique. Because what skin does is, when skin feels it's being attacked, as it does with aggressive exfoliations, it will defend itself in unusual ways sometimes. And typically it makes more skin cells. So the more you exfoliate, the more skin cells you make. The more skin cells you make, the more necessary it is to exfoliate. Eventually you get a buildup of skin cells. You can even develop calluses. There's just no downside to it. It's a hamster wheel, and once you get on it, it's difficult to get off. What kind of exfoliation do I like? I like gentle enzymic exfoliation, like papain enzyme that's found in the skins of green papayas. We use this, by the way. The other anti-aging scheme that's very popular is, everyone's talking about retinol. Well, retinol, vitamin A, retinoids. Retinol and retinoids are derivatives of vitamin A. Vitamin A by itself, in its whole form, is not really a good antioxidant. It's very difficult to get into the skin. The retinoids are so powerful that you need a prescription for them. The retinol, which is what everybody is using, is readily available, but to get it into the skin, it has to be modified. And the modifications are sometimes utilizing ingredients that one wouldn't really want to put in one's body. And there's downsides. Once you get it in your body, retinol precipitates liver toxicity. It causes problems in your endocrine system. It actually makes your skin lose hydration. So while yes, it will help little wrinkles and deep wrinkles, there's huge downsides to it. Vitamin C is another one. Vitamin C, while an enormously effective antioxidant, can't be used in its normal state because it's a water-soluble vitamin and has a short shelf life, and it has difficulty penetrating the skin without modification. So they make what's called a derivative vitamin C. The derivative vitamin Cs, yes, like retinol, they will help with wrinkles and collagen production, but they also precipitate more free radicals almost than they get rid of. So they create free radicals, they get rid of free radicals. I just kind of think of it as a net sum gain. It just doesn't seem worth it at all. Just a minute on how free radicals work. Basically what it is the antioxidant gives an electron to the free radical that pairs up with an unpaired electron in the outer electron shell. So when you give it another electron, the free radical ceases to become a free radical. That's the mechanism. It's not very complicated, but I just don't think it's the best way to go. Hydration, moisturization. This is a lot of skincare. My Luminance line falls into this category, but without some of the nasty ingredients. The nasty ingredients that you see commercially, in my opinion, is hyaluronic acid and glycerin. These are compounds that are supposed to bring water to the skin, but the truth of it is glycerin brings water to itself, robbing the skin of water. Hyaluronic acid does the same thing, and typically and commercially, a lot of nasty preservatives and binders and emulsifiers show up in these kind of products. Not in my Luminance products, but just in general across the industry. There's a lot of nasty stuff in them. So let's talk about the last now. And this is the one that I love. I'm calling them bioactive ingredients. They're peptides. Peptides are the messengers of the human body. They come from, basically, they're a protein structure. A peptide is a protein, but a protein is not necessarily a peptide. Hormones and enzymes fall into the category of peptides. And what they do is they are the messenger system that the body uses to heal itself and to keep itself tuned up. So when the skin senses that collagen is a little bit less than it should be and the skin's drying out, when we're youthful, a peptide messenger cascade will come in and precipitate more collagen and elastin production. We're going to talk a lot about this in the next video, but just know that peptides can reduce wrinkles, deep wrinkles, light wrinkles. They can correct photoaging. They make us more resilient against UV aging. They bring back a healthful glow, and because they precipitate collagen and elastin production, they help the skin hold more water. So you get that nice, beautiful, youthful glow. So, and they modulate the proliferation of skin cells. So the right peptides can slow down your skin production, so you don't really need to exfoliate so much. They bring back moisture. There just really is no downside to them. It's one of the most exciting things I've stumbled across since I figured out how transistors worked in semiconductor theory. They're really just wonderful. So that's pretty much the end of that. But before I go, I'd like to say there are 2 more videos. The second video is going to discuss peptides in depth, and the third video I'm going to talk about some case studies that I found in my research. Amazing case studies. I'd like to thank all of you for answering the survey. Like I said, we had like 700 comments. I would love it if you would send me your questions about anti-aging and bioactive and just anything you wish. I will get to all of them. Thank you, and stay tuned.